I just started doing other jobs. But then they took my kids and put them in foster care.
Wow.
So I went through 3 years of fighting for my kids and my parental rights and all those things. And I was addicted to alcohol, so I had to do rehab. And
Right.
all those
So you have an addiction to alcohol?
Not anymore.
Hey, this is ex-pharmacist Tish. I'm in the beautiful city of Charlotte, North Carolina. And who is this beautiful young lady I'm speaking with today?
Hi, I'm Barbette.
All right, nice to meet you.
Hey, Tish, how are you?
Hey, and I appreciate you. I've seen you for a while, so I've been wanting to talk with you.
Right.
But I guess you have to warm up to me and make sure I ain't about that other life.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're a smart woman. I feel that. I respect that. So that's why they never pushed or anything.
Right. I appreciate that part too. Because most of them will try to push you and
right.
you just don't understand. So.
Right. So are you born and raised in Charlotte?
No, I'm actually from Newburgh, New York.
Okay, from New York.
I've been in Charlotte for 7 years.
Okay.
October 2015.
Okay, so you've been in Charlotte for 7 years. What brought you down to Charlotte?
A man.
Oh. Well, love is love, what I'm saying? It's very inspirational. So I feel that. I've done some.
And I was told it was a lot cheaper here.
It is. That is true, right?
At that time it was.
Oh, yeah, Charlotte is going up.
And, said I was in Virginia at that moment.
Okay.
Listening to my mother. So I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take that hop to Charlotte.
Okay. How do you feel about moving here?
In the beginning, I was kind of like skeptical because things didn't work out as the way I had planned.
Okay.
So like I said, I followed a man, or a man told me about this, and he had family here. So he followed me, and he got here in November.
Okay.
And then shortly after Christmas, he left me and my children on that wall over there, just sitting there in that parking lot saying, I'll be back, and he never came back.
Hold on. Okay, so you met a man in New York or Virginia or wherever
in New York.
In New York, he tell you about this, fabulous Southern living, how it's cheaper, how it's better. So you uprooted you and your babies down to Charlotte, and he brought you to this. Well, you were in this area.
We were here. Yeah, I checked into the women's shelter on my birthday, October 8th.
Aww.
And I stayed there for maybe about a month and a half with my 2 younger boys.
Yeah.
They had my older boy, because he was 12, he had to stay in the teen dorm.
Okay.
And there was no real supervision in the teen dorm, so there were fights and all kinds of things. So
okay. So when you went to a women's shelter, you can't have your teenage sons with you.
Now, anyone over 12, they have to stay in the teen dorm.
Oh, okay.
Under 12, they can stay with you.
Oh.
So I had my baby boy with me.
Okay.
And then my older one was downstairs in the teen dorm.
Oh, wow. I bet that was hard, though.
Yeah. There was not much supervision, and, we're from New York. So,
yeah. A whole new environment.
A whole new environment, and, different people, and, their attitudes and things like that. So there were fights every day. People kept stealing and stuff. And so they, instead of them keeping all of us out, they just told my son that he couldn't stay there anymore.
And then what you're supposed to do without your child there?
So they couldn't find anywhere to send my son at that time, so he ended up going to the relatives. Have you heard of that?
Right, yeah, I heard of that. So relatives is like a group home type setting? All right, guys, so y'all know I'm a pharmacist. I'm not a cinematographer or anything. I suck. I didn't have my sound in, so hopefully I can hear the first part of this interview. But to catch up, basically, you came down here from New York because of the man you met, a great guy at the time. You uprooted you and your children to Charlotte, North Carolina, and then he kind of just left you stranded.
Definitely.
Why do men do that?
Who knows? I mean, and it was like totally
girl, I like that. I'm gotta get me one of divas.
Thank you, hon.
It was kind of devastating because, like I said, I know no one in Charlotte.
Yeah, you had no family or anything.
No, nothing, no money at the time. So pretty much we struggled. And then I met my knight in shining armor.
Okay, so you met a great guy.
At the time.
At the time.
Still is. He still is, but we're not together. But
okay.
He read kind of, well, like I said, he left us on the wall.
Oh, now, you talking about the first guy?
The first guy.
Okay, he left you on the wall.
And I didn't know anywhere to go or what to do.
Right. So how long did it take you to figure out that he just was not going to come back for you?
We sat there all day and all night.
Lord have mercy.
It got dark, and you know, like I said.
So he dropped you off. He said, I'll be back. And he never came back.
Never came back. He was supposed to go panhandling. And never came back.
Wow.
So we sat there all day and all night, and it got dark. And you know, me being new to the city,
right.
I had men approaching me, and you know, they were trying to get me intoxicated and all this type of stuff.
Hold up. So you're going through all this stress with your children, and men are trying to take advantage of you. They're trying to get you drunk, intoxicated.
Oh, we can go to the hotel so your kids can have somewhere. And
oh my gosh.
So I walked to the hood store every day, the store on Graham Street,
right?
Which you have to pass the fire department.
Okay.
So I know, you know, that big triangle that says safe place.
Okay.
You know, you see that's supposed to be a safe place when you need help.
Right.
So that's what I did. I went there and I asked them, you know, if they had any change, if they could help us get a hotel room.
Right.
And that's exactly what they did. They paid for 3 nights at the hotel room for me and my kids.
Oh, who did that?
The fire, engine number 4.
Oh, so the fire department looked after y'all. Oh, so okay, so I like that idea. So for any women with your children, you can go to a fire department.
You can go to anywhere. They have that big yellow.
That says safe place.
It says safe place.
Okay, and then what happens from there?
They let me and my kids ride in the fire truck.
I mean, hold up. So do people approach you to ask for if you need help, or how does that work? You just stand there and then what happens?
I just went to the fire department.
Okay, you went to the fire department.
I just told them my situation. And the same thing. I said, I see this sign that says safe place.
Right.
And you know, is there anything you guys can do for us?
Oh, and they put you up, you and your children up for 3 days.
3 days.
That was a blessing. I did not know that, so that's good to know.
And then after the 3 days, I kind of went up to social services and, you know, got my benefits started because I didn't have any benefits or anything.
Right.
So we ended up getting emergency.
How did you eat and how did you feed your children and stuff like that?
The wall has been here.
Oh, okay. So you come to the wall and there's the food. Okay, so they're really good about the food and everything, right?
Yeah, Charlotte will feed you now.
Oh, yes.
We'll get some food out.
But look at you. You're so nice and slim. I was admiring how beautiful and how small.
All day.
I know. Y'all, she's one of those women that she can eat. She has 6 children. 6, and she is so nice and slim. Yeah, you remind me of Whitney Houston so much on how your body frame and this air about you, like that star. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Yeah. So tell me about your childhood. How was your childhood growing up in New York? Was it you had your mom and dad,
Well,
or?
I was born in New York, but I think I left when I was around 2 years old. So I ended up living in the DMV area.
Okay.
So I went from Baltimore to Montgomery County to PG County.
And I'm sorry, why did you do those moves?
Family, my mom, dad. So we moved military or whatever.
Oh, so you was part of a military family.
Yeah, So we moved back, I guess, down north or further north or whatever.
Okay,
and
so you had a pretty
DC,
good.
Maryland. Oh yeah, I went to high school, graduated high school, did all those things.
Okay, graduated from high school and everything.
My first child 1 month before I turned 18.
Okay.
So, you know, I wasn't that wild child.
Right.
You know, young kid. And, you know, I had my first job when I was actually 13.
Okay. What kind of job was that?
It was a cashier at the grocery store.
Okay. So you working since you were 13.
Yeah, I was the ambitious type. I lied to get that. I told him I was 18.
Oh.
You know you can't get no job
Right,
at the
yeah.
store being a cashier.
Well, it was in New York, so I wasn't sure how that
that
goes.
was in Maryland. That was in Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know you can't get no job.
Right.
And so I was like 13, working behind the cash register.
Right.
You know,
Little
like
young girl.
Everybody thinks I'm at least 18 years old.
Right.
Nowhere near it.
I don't know how because you look young, so I don't know. But yeah, you know.
I don't know, but I did that. And I've always been the one that wanted to work. I wanted to skip high school and go straight to college.
Okay.
So I did 2 years. I tried to do 2 years, only finished 1.
Okay, so you went to college. What were you majoring in?
Business.
Business. Okay.
And then I started having my other kids. They started coming back, not back to back, you know, but I have 6. The oldest is like 31, and the youngest is 15.
So your oldest child is 31, and your youngest is 15.
Yeah.
Okay, so how long you been homeless for?
I'm gonna say the whole entire 7 years I've been here.
Really?
Because I got a job at UPS. I started working. I started staying in hotels.
Okay.
And, that's still considered to be homeless.
Oh, right.
So I stayed in hotels as much as I could.
Mm-hmm.
When that didn't work out, me and my kids and the new guy ended up sleeping in the back of Urban Ministries.
Okay.
We jumped the fence every night.
Oh,
And slept in the back of the Urban Ministries. Like I said, I'm not one of the slouches and just, sits on the wall every day and does nothing. I work for UPS every year, all 5 years. After 2 years, I got my car.
Okay.
I started being an independent contractor.
Okay.
I did DoorDash, Uber, Lyft, and everything.
Okay.
So last year, I made $45,000.
Okay.
Urban Ministry. You have to do a coordinated assessment every year.
Okay.
So
you made too much money.
That was pretty much my situation after I started, getting ahead. You make too much money.
But you had all these children.
They were older, so the only two they were concerned about were
I mean, but still, I have one child. She's older now, but I know how hard it was with one child with a good salary.
So they wouldn't help me, but it didn't stop me from doing it. I kept going to work, and I keep going every year, just like I just went this year.
So how is it, let me ask you this, because I always wanted to know, how is it to have because I see people out here with their uniforms on and everything, because they have, everyone has jobs. A lot of people have jobs out here. How is it to work a job and work with other people, but then when you leave, you don't have a home to come home to? How does that feel?
It feels stressful. I mean, knowing that you don't have anywhere to go at the end of the night. You stay up here on the wall all day long until all the food is gone, and then you have to figure out, okay, where are we going to sleep at tonight?
Right. And what did you do with your children while you were at GPS?
People's house, friends' houses that I met on the wall.
Yeah.
The only friends I have here are these people right here on the wall.
Right.
Like my family.
They are like family, right?
They love my kids.
Yeah.
My kids, they love them, they like them,
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I call my street home right here.
Right. So what did you do with your children when you was at UPS? They were at
school.
Okay.
And then I got them and I had them in the Boys and Girls Club and all that.
Right, got you.
And like I said, UPS was seasonal.
Okay,
so
got
Christmas
you.
to January. And then I just started doing other jobs, but then they took my kids and put them in foster care.
Wow.
So I went through 3 years of fighting for my kids and my parental rights and all those things. And I was addicted to alcohol, so I had to do rehab. And
right. So you have an addiction to alcohol?
Not anymore.
Okay.
I completed my rehab. I did my year.
Wow.
I did my year sobriety and all that. So.
Right.
And during all that time, I maintained working. Like alcohol never stopped me from going to work or anything.
Right.
High
functional.
Jobs. Yeah. That's just what I used to always say. I'm a functional alcoholic.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say what I want to say. But I do want to say what I want to say.
Go ahead.
To the white people, if you want their help, you can't be an alcoholic, period. Functional or non-functional.
Okay.
You
have to be perfect.
You got to go get help and treatment. And pretty much it's whatever they want you to do to get help around here.
Right.
When they don't understand, okay, your help is not putting money in my pocket.
Right.
Your help is not giving me anywhere to live. And then like I said, they have my kids and they kept telling me to go to Hope Haven.
Okay.
And I don't know if y'all know what Hope Haven is, but it's a nice place. They take care of you. They give you your own apartment, that type of thing. It's a hotel setting.
Okay.
So, but they have rules. You can't work for 30 days. And then those 30 days, you're expected to work in their kitchen or housekeeping, whatever they.
So you have to work for them.
Yeah, and
and the money sucks, so you never can get ahead.
I make $10-$15 an hour. What I look like going work in your kitchen for $2.25?
For $2.25?
Yeah. What I look like working?
Hold on, back up. So I find this to be interesting. Okay, so you need help, and you did their sobriety and everything, and they send you to a Hope Haven. And this is this is after or before you got your children back?
This is before I got my kids.
Okay, so basically you were doing everything they wanted you to do to get your kids.
To go to Hope Haven.
Right, because you would never have dug yourself out of that.
That's not me. I'm not sitting here. I'm not going to go through your alcohol. I just went through the alcohol program.
Right.
You want me to come in here, work for $2.25 and still go through this? And I'm like,
that's just really interesting.
I'm not doing it.
And they want you to do that to have a place to stay, basically.
To get a place to stay.
But then you can't work another job.
And you can't work another job for at least 30 days.
Okay.
So that's pretty much how these places go that they want you to go to. You have to be clean, you have to be sober.
Okay.
And then most of them have that restriction. You cannot work for 30 days.
Wow.
At least 30 days. We had someone come out to us the other day. And pass us out cards. It was a church. I think it was Victory Church or something like that. And they were saying that they had this program where they house you 6 months to a year.
Okay.
But
you
can't go to work. You can't make phone calls. You can only make phone calls on Saturday. And I said, I might as well go to jail then, because that's the same thing as jail.
Except
3 hots in a cot.
Yeah. Okay, because I'm new to this nonprofit world and I haven't really got going too much yet, but it's kind of like you're human and you're trying to get your life the way you need it. And I understand they have the rules and regulations, stuff like that, but still, they're supposed to work with you as a person and help you get on your feet. And doing what they want you to do is good for their organization and keep the money coming in. But how is that helping you get back on your feet? I mean, I guess it's good for a moment, but 6 months to a year, you're supposed to just depend on them?
No, I took the hard